Unleash the full power of Intel Core i7 processors and play brilliantly.
I love playing Dota. I had an opportunity to stop playing and do something else with my life, but the game just kind of drew me back in. It's my hobby, it's what I'm passionate about, and I don't know if I would ever be as fulfilled or as happy as I am now competing amongst the best. My name is Peter PPD Dager, and these are my moments of brilliance. Beginnings of my Dota career, I was kind of in like a transition phase. I was playing a game called Heroes of New Earth, which was kind of like Dota 1.5 for like 2 to 3 years, and I had just gotten to a point in that game where I started making money. But the trends were kind of going to Dota, and I started playing more Dota, and I was like, there's no better time to switch than now. So once I discovered the next level, I just got addicted to, you know, how to be the best in that group of players. When I was playing under the tag Sad Boys, which was the very initial, it was like the pre-tag of Evil Geniuses, it was kind of like a cool, iconic moment for our team, and especially for fans of our team, to kind of look at these guys who, you know, we kind of just came out of nowhere. North American Dota wasn't really something to be proud of back before the Evil Geniuses of 2014, I guess you could say. And we've kind of put ourselves on a map by beating up all the CIS and European teams and winning the tournaments and just going, you know, winning so many series. ESL Frankfurt was in the summer right before the International, and I think we played against Team Secret in the grand finals, and we had played against Team Secret at other tournaments in the past throughout the season, and they were kind of like our biggest rivals. They had, Arteezy had left my team to go join Team Secret, and there was kind of this huge rivalry kind of being built up between the two squads.
PPD up in the air, he gets the Echo Slam on Arteezy, but it will not save his life. No fight, Secret will take the victory!
And they beat us in like every single tournament. That year we actually had a lot of second places. EG in general had a ton of second places over the years that I played there, and we did have a very strong winner's mentality where second place was kind of failure, but then at TI, things were different. Dota's the kind of game where you kind of know you're going to win before it's even over. And this final game was one of those where, you know, at a certain point we just knew they weren't going to win.
The perfect position, there's your record set, aggressive, locked in position right now. He got embraced up by the window Wyvern, but fear moving forward as well. The DK about to drop, aggressive on Soul Survivor, see the EC, it looks troublesome, it looks really, really bad for them. Aggressive on the run, Universe right behind him, they keep running out, but GG, well played. EG are your TI5 champions.
I think I was the one who lifted because I was the captain. I was having a down day, and I decided to revisit some good memories. I don't mind watching it. I was entertained. Now when I think about myself lifting the Aegis, I can hardly even remember doing it. I kind of almost see like, I see like what the videos saw and what other people saw, more so than I remember the experience firsthand, which is kind of funny. The stars kind of aligned at the right time for us, and it was an experience I'll, probably never have again for that first time winning TI. And winning the second one won't be the same. We were at the summit and we played against Virtus Pro in the grand final. We lost the first 2 games, but then we made the famous 3-2 reverse sweep comeback.
They get off the punch, the Viper dies back, and PPD grabs the double kill of all the heroes to do it. Universe back into the fight. He wants Phobos as well. Chop that spider, squish him up. They just start pounding it. EG almost finally they get the job done. My God, they had to work for that.
The key to success was banning Spirit Breaker. It was like, I mean, the key to success was not being stubborn, right? Just, losing against something, and maybe just because you don't think a hero's good doesn't mean another team can't play with it well. ESL Birmingham 2018 with Optic Gaming was a huge surprise tournament for us. It had a very, an interesting format that some people, maybe weren't the biggest fans of, but it worked out well for us. So we ended up having to play against Fnatic in the quarterfinal, which we beat them. So that was a nice big upset for us, and that landed us a spot in the grand final against Esports Pros, who were almost unstoppable at that time.
We know how good a drafter PPD is.
You never know what PPD he's.
He does have a strategy in mind to counter Tusk.
I think the difference between good drafters and great drafters is the great drafters make good drafters seem silly. A good drafter a lot of times will, give his team winnable games, but a great drafter will win his team games during the draft. In my time as a drafter and as a leader, I've had many of those moments where we kind of, really destroyed the team on the pick, but I've also been on the opposite side of it. So drafting is a combination of knowing the meta, knowing your team, and knowing your opponents. And all three of those things are equally difficult. When I joined NIP, I moved to Europe, I moved to Stockholm. I've always been somebody who kind of offers myself up more for the organization than a lot of other players do, and part of that is moving and being around its facilities and its staff. So it was important for me to get out here. Also, all four of my other teammates were European, so it would be more practical for me to be here. TI is in Stockholm this year, and Stockholm has a special place in my heart, I guess you could say. I've been living here for more than a year now, and NIP is here, and I'm sure we have a lot of Swedish fans who want to see us do well. Watching other people play Dota, it's, even when I attend an event or I'm eliminated early from an event, I'm watching others, just having to sit there and watch them play just makes me want to go out and play more, which I think is one of the cool things about the game.
Experience your moments of brilliance with Intel Core i7 processors.